Hi, my name is Jared Brooks. I live in Browns Bay and I'm interested in a career in architectural aluminium joinery.
Jared's going to spend the day here at the high-tech design windows factory in Auckland, where they design and manufacture modern aluminium doors and windows for New Zealand homes and commercial buildings. The Director of Design Windows is Jason Everett, who will be showing Jared around.
Hey Jared, welcome to Design Windows.
Thank you.
I hear you want to have a look around.
Yeah.
Come on in. So we do everything from residential, everyday housing type projects up to large architectural projects. So starting with our residential products, you would have seen one of these as a standard awning window. From that we do doors, so there's sliding doors, bifold doors, French doors, lots of different products. So we have another product called Smartwood, which is a composite joinery system. So it's aluminium on the outside and timber on the inside. As you can see, it looks like, from the inside, it looks like a timber joinery unit, but it's actually aluminium on the outside. So let's get you some health and safety gear and we'll go and have a look around the factory.
Okay, sounds good.
Design Windows was originally a family-owned business. My father started it 31 years ago, based in Nelson. So we've now got 5 factories, 4 in the South Island and 1 in Auckland. There's plenty of opportunity for growth still in those factories and others. So we get aluminium extrusions in from Architectural Profiles in Hamilton, and we cut and machine those products. Goes through to the assembly team. They obviously assemble frames, sashes and reveals, and then it goes into the glazing rig and gets quality checked at the end of that process and loaded up and delivered. So welcome to the cutting bay. So this is where the extrusion comes in from APL, and now I'll introduce you to Rob, who's going to show you how we do the cutting.
Cutting the recently arrived extrusions, which are sometimes called profiles, is the first stage of the window and door manufacturing process. This Italian cutting machine is state-of-the-art and computer-controlled, which accurately cuts the correct lengths and angles of the frames. It's Rob's role to make sure the correct cuts are applied to the right extrusions. He shows Jared how it's done.
At the moment, I'm cutting 54 pieces in this whole job. So once it's cut, a label will come out, stick it on, and put it into the designated item trolley.
Under Rob's watchful eye, Jared then loads up the machine with the next profile, and after the press of a few buttons, the profile is accurately cut to length for the job.
So how exactly did you come into this job?
Well, I left school not knowing what I wanted to do. When I was 17, I did my apprenticeship. I am doing currently my training module to get qualified and work my way up from there as into management.
Now that the profiles are cut to the required length and angles, the next stage in the process is to drill holes and notches in the profiles so they can be assembled into frames. This process is carried out on a computer numerical controlled machine, which accurately carries out the job in the capable hands of its operator, Malu.
It preps all the holes that are required for assembling the frames together.
After being shown how the CNC machine worked, Malu let Jared load up the machine and set it off on its next automatic drilling and notching task.
That part there of
At this stage, Jared was keen to find out how the cutting machine and the CNC machine are programmed. So he took a break from the factory floor to meet up with Kevin, who designs and specifies the cutting parameters for the windows using a cloud-based mainframe linked to the factory's computer-controlled machinery.
And we want to work out where we actually kind of put the mullion on this. Options are all okay.
With the frame profiles now cut, drilled and notched, it's time to make up the window sashes. The sash is the part of the window that opens. Jason introduces Jared to Eric, who's going to show him how it's done.
These are our awning sash stays. I'll probably put one on and you can do the other one. So I normally line it up by hand here. I'll put the first screw in. Here we go. Okay. Cool. What do you reckon? Yep, that'll do. Because it's not tall. That's not bad.
Once the sash hinges are attached to the profiles, the sashes themselves are then assembled by Eric, assisted by Jared.
It doesn't want to go in straight.
That's okay because the screw port hole is actually on an angle. Yep. There you go, your first sash. I'm doing stuff, and with my apprenticeship, I'm quite fortunate because everything, it's here. We do everything, machining to glazing to everything. So everything on my apprenticeship is right here.
As I said, we've got a really good, experienced team that have been with us. Some of them have been with us for a very long time now. But we see that there needs to be growth in the industry. And look, across our group, every branch has got apprentices within it. And I think the other day, the apprentices looking at is about 10% of our workforce, but we would grow that if we could find the right people. As you've seen, we've got some really good technology, and computers are becoming more important in the pre-assembly side of it. So having a good understanding of technology is good. But look, again, it's just practical skills. You know, all your woodwork, metalwork skills are handy in this industry. But look, again, it comes back to attitude. You know, you've got to have the right attitude and be willing to learn and grow with your training and role.
The penultimate stage in the manufacturing process is to put the actual window frames together. The corners, window uprights called mullions, and horizontal bars called transoms are screwed together. The screws and corners have to be sealed with a sealant to waterproof the frame. Jamie shows Jared what to do. Once the frame is sealed, wooden reveals are added. The reveal is used to attach the completed window to the building for which it is being made.
Did you have any qualifications before you came into it?
No, before I started I had no clue how to use any drills, hammers. I just came in and kind of got used to it. You pick it up after a while, so you just move on and just keep getting experience in different areas and learn how to use different tools.
Are you currently doing any qualifications now?
Yeah, so I'm doing level 3 joinery. So I've got like a few more months left to get books signed off and then onto different parts of the factory, cutting, machining sort of aluminium, and then that should be 100% done.
Design Windows has a number of apprentices like Jamie going through qualifications with the BCITO. Today, BCITO training advisor Murray Atkinson is paying a visit to Design Windows to touch base with a few apprentices.
My job when I come on a visit is to mentor the apprentice and keep things flowing. We do everything we can to get our apprentice through the qualification. You know, we need a successful outcome. We come in, I sit down with the apprentice, talk about what they've done in the last 3 months, the work out in the workshop here. So it gives me an idea of what they're up to, and I can keep a record of their progress. And then we set some goals, and they've got to be goals that are doable in the next 3 months. There are basically 3 qualifications. There's the qualifications the chaps are doing here, which is assembly and glazing. There's strands. There's a cutting and machining strand they can do. They don't have to do the strand, but it adds to the qualification. It's a level 3 qualification. Then there's a quotations and specials. The specials are when they're actually making stuff on site that's odd shapes and such like. And then there's an installation qualification. Both the specials and installation are level 4.
The final stage in the manufacturing process is glazing. Pre-cut glass is carefully placed into the frame. Matching surround trims are then slotted into place. Next, rubber strips are cut to length and are inserted between the glass and the frame to hold the glass securely in place. Mills shows Jared how it's done.
Roll it out to the middle. Always roll towards that corner.
Then it was Jared's turn. Looks like Jared's a natural. The rubber seals are soon inserted, and after a clean, the label's removed and the window is complete.
Good work.
Jared now helps load up the truck with the day's work, and the windows are off to site to be installed.
So I've had a great day. It's been an interesting experience. It's amazing how much technology goes into making windows and doors and aluminium joinery. I'd love to do it again.
Jared did very well today. We're impressed with it and with his skills and his attitude, and he picked it up really well. And if he wants a job, there'll be one here for him.
The Building and Construction ITO manages architectural aluminium joinery apprenticeships. The apprenticeship typically takes 2 to 3 years to complete. You'll work under experienced architectural aluminium joiners and have ongoing guidance and support from the BCITO. Your skills will be assessed on the job. Having a driving licence is advisable as you may be required to carry out site visits and installations. By doing the BCITO Architectural Aluminium Joinery Apprenticeship, you will earn while you learn, and the qualifications are recognised worldwide.